What weight should I start with as a beginner? This is one of the questions that I get asked the most. And of course, it's for a good reason. I get it, you are new to lifting and you don't know what weight you should start with, and that's completely fine. After all, you came here to learn, so let me show you what you should do. To choose the right starting weight, you have to consider a couple of factors. The first thing that you have to consider is proper form. Obviously, if you use way too much weight, you will not be able to perform the exercise correctly. And that's not what we want, because you, as a beginner, need to learn the proper technique of all the basic movements, as it will guarantee your future muscle building success. But of course, you don't want the weight to be too light either, because then you are just moving around but not really building any muscle, because there is just not enough resistance. Wow, thanks Vinny, you told me that the weight shouldn't be too heavy or too light. Really helpful, man. Hold up buddy, I'm getting there, don't worry. The weight that you should select has to meet these requirements. First of all, you should feel that you are in control of the weight, because if you cannot control the weight, you cannot learn the proper form. Because then the weight is controlling you instead of you controlling the weight. This is absolutely crucial when you are a beginner, not only for learning the proper technique, but to also minimize the risk of injury. While you should feel like you are in control of the weight, you also want to feel like the weight is actually creating enough resistance. Because if you grab the bar and you feel like you can do 100 repetitions, then yes, you are in control of the weight, but the weight is so light that you are not really working out anything, you are just flapping around. That's why you need to find a sweet spot between being able to control the weight while still using weight that is challenging. To get a better understanding of what I mean by this, I will explain to you how to gauge this based on rep ranges. Because if the clues I told you earlier were not enough for you to figure it out, this certainly will. Let's say that you want to do bench press in the 8 to 12 rep range, and you think to yourself, what weight should I use? So the first thing you try to do is to put 50 pounds on the bar. And you go ahead and do your absolute best until you can't press anymore. And guess what happened? You only managed to get 6 reps with those 50 pounds you put on the bar. Based on this, we can clearly see that the weight was too heavy, because you were not able to reach your desired rep range, which was 8 to 12 in this example. So what do you do next? Of course, you decrease the weight. So let's say you decrease the weight from 50 pounds to 20 pounds. And you start pressing again. And what do you know? You reached 16 repetitions. Which means that you went completely overboard on your desired rep range. Which obviously means that the weight was too light. So you say to yourself again, I think I got it this time. You load up 40 pounds on a barbell and start pressing. And you finally nail it perfectly and you reach 9 reps, which is inside your desired 8 to 12 rep range. Do you know what that means? Exactly, that is the perfect weight for you in this example. As you could see, there is no one size fits all. The weight that you will be using for each exercise will always be equal to your fitness level and to what you are comfortable with. So it's definitely not a shame to start with just an empty barbell if you need to. It's completely fine. As a beginner, it's always better to prioritize correct form over trying to show off. So if some exercises feel weird, it's for sure a good idea to start a little bit lighter than what you are capable of. Because it's always better to be safe than sorry. If you follow the things I laid out in this video, you will know exactly what weight to use every time. So I hope you like this video and that you will share it with your friends that want to get started in the gym, so they can get on the right path right from the start. If you are looking for an easy to follow training or nutrition plan, then go to bodybuildingsimplified.com and get started today. So what are you waiting for? It's just that simple. And as always, a big thanks to all the supporters on my Patreon. Did you like this video? Then you will for sure like this one too.